Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
Welcome back to Living Local Carolina. I'm Katie Turner, and boy, do we have something going on in the studio today. I'm joined by Wade Johnson, the Director of Bands at Benedict College. How are you?
I am fabulous, Ms. Turner. Thank you for having me.
Now,
Yes.
okay, we need to talk about a very specific way that you can perform that not everybody can do. You can actually play two instruments at the same time.
Oh, yes. Frank Motley from Dizzy Gillespie's band. The precursor was this, Joey Morant, the late Joey Morant from Charleston, South Carolina. He had a trumpet that had two bells on it, but one lead pipe. And when I saw him as a kid doing that, I was like, oh my God. I didn't know that was just one horn. So moving forward to late 70s, early 80s, I got to meet Mr. Gillespie and saw his big band. Frank Motley was one of his trumpet players on his big band. Frank Motley actually did it with two trumpets. And I lost my mind. I walked up to him, Mr. Motley, oh, that was awesome. He said, son, you want to learn how to do this? And I almost had a heart attack, but still, with Mr. Motley, I said, yes, sir. You know, small town country boy. I said, that would be something great to learn how to do. So he sat me down. He told me the logistics behind it. And scientifically, guys, the only way to do this, there are about 3 of us in the country, in the world, that can do it. But you have to use both sides of your brain simultaneously. Because, you know, we have like cognitive skills, one skill, right side, left side. We only do it once in a. But it took me 7 years. 7 years to master it to the point where people could understand what I was playing. And that I remember the first gig that I did in 1981. I'll never forget it. I was at a VFW in 1981, and I decided to try it. And the place was packed. And I mean, when I did it, everybody stopped, and they were shocked at first. And I did it, and after I put my horns down, the place erupted.
Oh, I believe it.
So that pinpointed a part in my life. Everybody say, do you know H. Wade Johnson? Hey, that's the guy that played the two horns at the same time. So that developed through that. And when I tell you, Ms. Turner, the rest is history. It's history, and it's a calling card for me now.
Yeah.
And if when I perform at different places, and the people who know me, if I don't do it, then they get fussed at. Yeah, so they go like, you will not end your show until you do a double horn solo.
I love it.
But I love it too, and just putting it together was very, very difficult. But I love the fact that it's a gift. Thank you, God, it's a gift, and I do it secondhand. Easy. It's easy for me now.
That's so cool.
Yes. And I understand your father, trumpet player.
He was a trumpet player.
In Columbia, yes, for the
Yeah.
Turner. Yeah, because I know some of the people that he know and some of the schools that he worked.
I played the flute.
Yes. Awesome. See, you brought your flute?
I did not bring my flute. I'm so sorry.
Next time.
I didn't want to get showed up now.
We'll do a trio. How about instead of a duet?
All right, next
course.
time. Yes.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, today we are getting messy. I am at Studio 4319. I'm with Michelle. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing a lot better now that I'm here, if I'm being honest.
Great. Well, you know.
We have had so much fun this afternoon. We have been creating and getting messy, and this is what you do every day.
Every day, all day.
All the time.
It is my favorite thing ever.
Tell me about your job and what you do.
Well, we have, it's an art studio, art playground. We have classes from 18 months all the way up to adult classes, 18 months to 101. We teach Mommy and Me classes. All of our classes are process-based art. So that means that we're not focused on the end result. We're about the process. So even with the kids, they get really stuck on that. It has to be perfect. But when you take that pressure off and say we're just focusing on the process, it takes away that perfectionist feeling and that, you know, it's okay if it doesn't look amazing at the end because everything that happened in the process was so much better.
That's the art.
Yes. Frame Your Beach. So this is a resin. And we used a variety of supplies. We have shells, this is some kind of jewelry string, and then epoxy resin is something that you would normally see that people are doing in molds. They go on the tumbler cups now. These things are epoxy resin. So now that will be permanently frozen in that position on your frame from the resin, because tomorrow it'll be hard as a rock.
And the mermaid cannot swim.
And the mermaid will be right there forever. And then you also made this beautiful coaster with some glitter and your name, and Miguel made this beautiful bowl that he's going to get to put up. And here's some other things that are the more traditional uses for resin in the arting and crafting world, but this is just kind of a next level, really more what I love because it's combining the art with the resin.
This was therapeutic for me,
Very
if
much,
I'm being
absolutely.
honest.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like you probably come across that quite a bit with people
Absolutely.
who come take classes here.
Oh yeah, it is very therapeutic.
Where can people find out more information about your classes?
My website is studio4319.com. We're also on Facebook and Instagram, and my number is 843-400-3045. We have it all. It's really amazing.
Well, welcome back to Living Local Carolina. Today, I mean, come on, what a treat. I am at the
Isn't
Art
it?
Museum of Myrtle Beach. How are you doing, Patricia?
Oh, I couldn't be better. Thank you for being here.
So you are the executive director here.
I am, yes.
You know quite a bit about art.
I know quite a bit about this museum.
Okay.
I don't say that I know everything about art, but I certainly know about this museum and what we feature. And I'm delighted to feature the Rhodes Collection of African American art, the Rhodes Collection of African American art, in this exhibition entitled Lifting Black Voices.
I mean, we just took a little walk around, and it's breathtaking. to
It
say
is
the least.
breathtaking.
I mean, you have Philip Simmons, Jonathan Green, just
Right.
really, really awesome.
We have 80 works by 30 different artists, all collected by Dr. and Mrs. Rhodes, who have a dental practice in Walterboro and live in Charleston, South Carolina. They have been collecting since 1991, and this is just a small portion of their collection. And weren't we lucky to get these 80 pieces?
Oh my goodness.
Yes, and I mean, we have names like Jonathan Green and Philip Simmons, Tyrone Jeter, Ariane King-Comer and Leo Twiggs, who do batiks. We have sculpture and woodwork and ironwork and oils and pastels. I mean, collages, James Denmark collages. So it just tells such a wonderful story. Mainly, all of these artists have ties to South Carolina. They all were born here, taught here, lived here, created here. So this is really a homage to South Carolina and the art of past and present.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
This story is sponsored by Little River Medical Center. Well, good morning. Today I am at Little River Medical Center and I'm joined by Catherine Lane. How are you, Catherine?
I'm doing so well. It's great to have you here.
Well, thank you so much. We're just going to be talking about everything that you guys offer and what you do for the community.
Well, there's so much going on at Little River Medical Center, but I have to start with our updated mission. We're really all about changing lives and serving our communities. And so we do that by providing quality, compassionate, and affordable care for all of our community members.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Right.
You have a lot of locations too.
We do. So we've been around for about 45 years now. So since that time, we have expanded and grown right alongside our community. We've seen so much expansion in the area and we've followed suit with our location expansion. So we started out at Little River, our flagship site that we're at today, and we're now in Carolina Forest. We have two locations actually in Myrtle Beach, one on North Kings Highway, one on Joe White Avenue, and one in Loris. We also have our South Strand location on Holmestown Road. Unfortunately, at the moment, on September 1st, it experienced some water and smoke damage from an adjacent business's fire. So we are temporarily closed there for the moment, but we hope to have an updated timeline within the next month or two of our reopening at that site.
And so people can also stay updated on your website and social media pages
Absolutely.
to know when that will reopen.
Yes, stay tuned to our Facebook page. That's where you will receive the most timely updates from us on that reopening.
Gotcha. Okay, now walk me through some of the services that you guys provide at your different locations.
Sure, so we're all about primary care. We have behavioral health services as well as dental services, and those are really our key areas of work that we provide our community members. But among all the other services that we provide, we also have certified diabetic educators, we have family planning services, early intervention services such as the HIV testing. We do a lot of outreach in the community around PrEP education as well. We have our Miles for Smiles program where we're in a mixture of 24 elementary and middle schools, as well as 8 Head Start centers throughout the community, which is a really great program. We provide dental services on site at the schools to the children. We also have 3D mammography, which is a recent addition for both our Little River and Carolina Forest locations. So one of the great benefits of being a Little River Medical Center patient is you have access to all those services. If you're interested in becoming one of our patients, please just give us a call. It's as simple as that. We would love to get you in. We also have on-site pharmacy. So at Little River and Carolina Forest, we have on-site pharmacy services. And I'm really excited to share that we are expanding that on-site pharmacy to also include our Loris and our South Strand locations. So over the next few months, so mid-fall, we're expecting those sites to open, but we can provide an updated timeline, of course, for those.
That's exciting.
Yeah, lots
Very
of growth.
convenient.
Yes, very convenient. I do also want to mention that if anyone struggles with transportation issues, we also work with our patients on providing that as well. We also have great community partnerships out in our more rural pockets of the community, such as Green Sea, Loris, as well as Nichols, where we partner with churches and libraries to bring those primary care services there via the mobile unit as well.
That's awesome. I love what you guys do, but tell me, what is your favorite part about being able to work here?
Yeah, well, I think it all goes back to our mission of changing lives and serving our communities, and really having that patient-centered care for our patients, no matter the situation, the circumstance. Before or as soon as someone's walking in the door, we're thinking of ways that we can meet their needs. So we really like to take a whole team approach to addressing healthcare needs and want to be an individual's medical home.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.